When Halloween Ends comes out, is there a chance that evil will win everything? Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Night Watch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to talk about something that has been weighing on my mind concerning Halloween Ends. And with all the reports that we've heard, no trailer just yet. We were hoping to see one with the Black Phone, but I actually saw the Black Phone and there was no trailer. And it doesn't look as though that's going to happen until Nope comes out. So, fingers crossed that that will actually occur. But, I've been thinking about all the reports that we've heard, the interviews with Nick Castle, the photos that we've seen, all these different things. And one of the things that keeps kind of popping back into my head as far as the possibility of how things will go for Halloween Ends is it looks as though things are shaping up in a way, and I said shaping, no pun intended, but we've heard rumors about how much of Michael we'll see in the movie, and I started to think for myself a little bit, if we don't get as much Michael in the story, and we've also heard that there's other threats and situations going on in this movie, we have the 4-year time jump, we've got Glass Hill, we've got all these different elements, then I suppose that makes a little bit of sense why we're not going to see as much Michael, because we did see a hell of a lot of Michael in Halloween Kills. And I think it kind of makes sense, for the story as a trilogy as a whole, that, we're not going to see as much of them as we saw in Halloween Kills. But here's what I've been thinking. We know about what Nick Castle said as far as him being quote unquote unmasked. There's a lot of rumors about the character that he'll portray and about his motivations in the story, the issues he might have with Laurie, as far as the shape returning to Haddonfield and the reasons why. So I started to think to myself, I think the way this might go down, and again, going off of what we've heard about the possibility of a lot of folks, being upset. We've been building up this storyline with Michael as the shape, the myth, this being that's beyond man. I have a feeling that this movie, when it's all said and done, you're gonna have a couple things happen. I think Jamie Lee Curtis, she's kind of given us the ideas for it. I think Laurie Strode is gonna die. She's gonna die killing Michael, but it won't be Michael. Okay, this is what's been coming into my head. All these different elements coming together, especially the things we've seen with Nick Castle, the bridge scene, all these other little things. And I have a feeling that she's gonna kill who she thinks is Michael Myers, but it won't be Michael Myers. And obviously, it could be Nick Castle. And she's going to die doing it. So, in essence, Laurie will quote unquote die feeling fulfilled, right? So that's good for her character. But as the viewers, especially viewers that are going to be rooting for Laurie Strode, it's going to feel kind of like messed up in a way. And as far as Allison's character, as I've said before, I think is going to be so just filled with rage and filled with resentment towards Michael, towards what's happened to her family, again, her mother, her father, her boyfriend, her friends. So I think Allison is going to do something that is going to probably be not the smartest, ultimately, facing off against Michael. And I have a really bad feeling Allison will die as well. And then here's the last part about it. Basically, what I'm getting at is Michael Myers kills everyone, okay? Or at least he's the last person standing. And the movie, at the end of the movie, it could kind of just show the carnage, everything that he's done, whether it be through this whole trilogy or just throughout ends, because I do think there's going to be a handful of kills. They just have to be. But I think at the end of the movie, they're going to basically show Michael's handiwork. The fact that Laurie Strode is dead, Allison is dead, Hawkins is dead. We're pretty much all assured that Lindsay is either going to die or she's going to leave Haddonfield. She's kind of shown herself to be fairly smart, so she might just leave Haddonfield. So in other words, at the end of this movie, it's literally going to be Michael Myers left standing. He'll be the last person standing. And I could see, as it's ending, showing the carnage, and then maybe showing him, or maybe showing him walking away, something like that with the breathing, because I think the meaning of the film, the meaning of this trilogy, where we're heading towards, is that, as they have said, you can't kill the boogeyman. You can't kill this evil. This evil, it extends beyond, the natural realm. We've seen that. And ultimately, like they said in Halloween Kills, you can't defeat him with just brute force. And I definitely think Allison is going to try to use brute force. She's going to follow in the footsteps of her grandmother. She's going to arm herself. She's going to prepare. She's going to be ready to go balls to the wall to take out Michael. But she doesn't understand what he is, like Laurie Strode understands at the end of Kills, talking about as he kills, he transcends. As people fear him more, he transcends. So I think this is really leading up to almost, like a psychological vibe in Halloween Ends. And maybe also, a little bit of a philosophical ending too, because he can't be killed. He can't be killed, by these regular means anyways. And at the end of the movie, he's the last person standing, as far as our primary cast. Everyone dies. He's the last one standing, and he just walks off, and it cuts. It fades to black, and that's it. Now, I know some people are saying that it will not be a good ending. I know some people probably are on board with it. And I know some people are thinking, well, why would that happen? Well, personally speaking, I think this whole story, when you talk about Halloween 78, you talk about Halloween 2018, this whole thing has been a story of, of this evil that has infected people, that has infected this character of Laurie Strode, her whole family, this whole town. It's almost like a curse. Now, I'm not talking about like in The Curse of Michael Myers. I'm just talking about the fact that this little boy, this evil inside him, killing his sister Judith, and it just continued. It just lived inside of him. And they won't explain anything more than that. I truly believe they're not going to explain Michael. I'm not worried really about the radio tower. They might do some winks and nods to, Season of the Witch or Silver Shamrock or something like that, because they've done it in 2018 and in Halloween Kills. So I think that will happen. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think they're going to try to explain Michael. I think they're going to let the story just flow. That's exactly what I think is going to happen based upon everything that we're getting now. Okay. All these little things, what Nick Castle has said, the pictures we've seen, the pictures of Nick Castle, the way that, we're hearing how much Michael may not be in the movie. If that's the case, if he's not, at least that's the rumor. If that's the case, then it would make sense to me. If you're ending this trilogy, if you're ending Halloween, at least for now, we know probably in a handful of years, we're going to see Halloween return. But if you're doing this, what better way to end it than to have Michael in the movie, let the story flow a bit. There's going to be some psychological things going on, dealing with the trauma, Allison's trauma. I think Laurie is going to be, in a state of healing, so to speak, probably trying to stop Allison from ruining her life like Laurie ruined hers. And there's going to be other elements involved as well. And then at the end, or maybe, in the second half of the movie, there's going to be the confrontations and stuff like that. But Michael ultimately wins. And I think the way that Laurie Strode could die in the movie, but yet kind of give her peace, or kind of like a swan song for the character, is that she kills Michael, who she thinks is Michael, but it's not Michael Myers. So when she dies, she's at peace. She's at peace. Now, that part of it, I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth in how I feel about it, but that's what it looks like is going to happen, guys. It really does. Ultimately, Michael survives at the end of Halloween Ends, and he's the last person standing. Evil doesn't die. He walks off to an unknown, future or whatever, and that's the end of it. Evil could not be defeated. You cannot kill the boogeyman. And I think, personally, as much as this could be a very controversial ending, maybe even a controversial way for the movie to go, in a way, man, it kind of wraps up everything from Halloween 78. It kind of wraps up everything, because that was the whole mantra of 78, that Michael, is pure evil. You can't kill him. So many things that they tried shooting him. He falls off of, two-story, porch and stuff like that, balcony, I should say. And so you can't defeat him like that. And Laurie will be one of the only people that will realize that, or her and Hawkins have realized that, but it's going to be too late. She's not going to be able to kill Michael Myers. I think that's what's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Michael Myers is going to be the last person standing at the end of Halloween Ends? And if so, what will that mean? So please give the video a like. That would really help to support the channel, and I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to the Night Watch Zone, what are you doing? This is the time to do it. We're having a lot of fun, and the trailer should be out soon. So this is like a pre-trailer prediction. Things might change once we see the trailer, but hopefully the trailer won't have too much in it, because I want to have some surprises. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.